All right, so we're going to go over just setting up our files inside InDesign for our brand book. So we're using a letter, so we want to be on the print tab, letter. We want to make sure that we're in inches so we can kind of see where we're at. Orientation should be portrait. I take it back. It could be not portrait. It should be landscape. And you could do either one. You could do landscape or portrait. Actually, I'm taking it back. We're not printing, so we can actually go either way. I tend to do a lot of mine landscape. I think it just, for me, it's easier to get a lot more on the page. I know I do 24 pages. We want to start on page one. Sometimes you don't. It just depends on what you're doing. We want to figure out our columns and our grid. I'm going to do a minimum of 4. I might change this once I get into my document, but I'm going to start there. You want to make sure you have margins. I'm going to do a 3/4 inch margin. And I'm not going to worry about, well, I'll put a bleed on in case I do decide to bleed. I might. I'm going to say create. Okay, so here's my document. And this is my 24 pages. And we're going to click on our Pages tab here. And you see you have parent pages. And who can tell me what's special about parent pages? Who remembers? What's special about a parent page?
Um,
Go ahead.
but the parent page, is that what you're referring to?
I didn't hear what you said. You blanked out for just a second. What did you say?
I thought someone else was going to talk. You're talking about the A parent, right?
Yeah, a parent. What is
Okay.
special about these a parent pages up here?
So anything you change in there will change everything.
That's right. That's right. And David's also saying it in the chat. Global settings. So is Joe. It applies to all pages that use it. So a parent page is where we want to put our page numbers, those automatic page numbers. Okay. So in order to make a change, right now you can see my highlight is on page 1 down here. I want to double click and be up here on the parent pages. So you can see how it's highlighted blue. I'm now up on the parent page. So you want to be up here on the parent page. And I'm going to make a text box down here in the corner in the margin. And I'm going to say the page number first. I'm going to say, let's just say this is page 1. And I'm going to say brand book. And I'm going to use, oh, brand, not brand, brand book. And I'm going to use my company name. And I'm going to make my, there we go, a little longer. And so I'm going to use my type that I choose, my secondary type that I've chosen for my brand. And I'm going to go to, I don't know what, oh, and you know what? I didn't mention this. I'm going to do that right away. Workspace. I'm already in typography. I usually always am in the typography workspace when I'm in InDesign. But if you're not, make sure you're here in the typography workspace. This will make it much easier. You'll have your tools handy that you need and want um, available. So I'm going to go up here to, oh, we have 2 screens. Sometimes things move around. I want my character. There it is. It's jumping on the other screen. Here it is. I want to pick my type, and I'm going to say it's Futura book. Futura PT book is my secondary type. I'm going to make this, 9 point. I'm going to make my page number, though, not book. I'm going to make my page number itself demi, so it's darker, and I even might make my page number a little bigger. All right, so here is my page folio. We call this our folio. And there you go. Am I see, Shay, I see your message. Am I lagging? Are you guys seeing me? Okay, is it coming through?
Yeah, so do do I have mine is like only numbers like one and that's it. So do I have to add my company name or can it just
Yep.
only
Yep.
be
You want to add your company name. So you want to go ahead and add your company name and brand book so that it's that's how we kind of like identify that what this page is from. So if someone like makes a copy of just that page, they know what the page is coming from, what book it's coming from, where it's coming from. Okay, so I have it and I'm going to select now just the number and I'm going to go up here to type tab, insert special characters, markers, current page number. I'm going to go ahead and pause here. So if you want to take a screen grab of this so you remember it, this is super important. Insert special characters, markers, current page number.
the special characters, markers?
And so now you're going to get just an A because I'm on a parent. So it's going to show me the current page I'm on, which is a parent. I'm going to zoom out for a second. I'm going to use my selection tool and I'm going to take this page number. I'm going to copy it, Command C, and then I'm going to come over here to my right page and I'm going to go Command V, bring it down to my margin. And I want to make sure that I'm on the same baseline. So I'm actually going to add a guide on my baseline. And I'm going to bring a guide for my baseline over here. So I line those up. And now I'm going to make sure that my brand is right on there. Now notice my page number is now way over on the right and my page corner is over here on the left and my page corner is on the right. So I'm going to Command X cut out the page number and I'm going to paste it, Command V over here on the right because I want it in the right side corner. And I'm going to select everything, go into my paragraph setting and make it flush right. So now you'll see my my page number, which is A, is aligning with my margin in the corner on the right edge. And therefore, when I look at it as a set, I'll zoom out a little bit, you can see my pages are lining up with the margin and aligning with the margin, and my numbers are on the outside. We want the numbers on the outside of the page.
Yeah, so one of my page numbers is like IFC, which is like something front cover. Yeah, so
I'm
do
sorry.
I have it be the second page is your table of contents is has IFC instead of a number. So do I have it be IFC or do I have to be page two?
Hold on. We'll get there. We'll get there. Okay, so now we have a page number. So if we click down on all of our pages, you're going to see, and I'm just zooming by them, all of them have their page numbers, all of them. And if we zoom in to any one of them, look, there it is automatically. This is page 10. This is page 11. You see, they're all in position. Okay. So all the page numbers are there. Now I want to add a secondary parent page because I don't want page numbers on all my pages. My cover does not want a page number. My back cover does not want a page number. So I'm going to click up here in the parent section again. And I'm going to go down here to this button that says create new page. And I click on it. And now I have parent B. Okay. Now parent B, I put nothing on. There's nothing on parent B. So I'm going to go over here to my pages that I've designed. And I'm going to select B for my cover. And I'm going to select parent B for my last page because I don't want that have pages. I'm also going to click parent B for my inside front cover and for my inside back cover. So that, in other words, page numbers are truly only on the actual pages. So I can also change the way the page, well, let me pause here for a minute before I move on. Questions, are we all following on that? Are we all following?
Zoom
Yeah.
in to the third page because I was wondering if it still numbers the cover page as number one, even though it doesn't
Right. It's
say.
still, at the moment, it's still number one, but we're going to adjust that. But yes,
Oh,
right
okay.
now it is. So right now, the first page we're using numbers on, which is technically our number one, is considered number 3. Right? Is that what you're asking?
Yeah.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. So
Okay.
what we want, right, is this first page over here that's currently number 3 to be number 1, right? Okay. But everyone's with me. Everyone's made their automatic page numbering. Is this coming back to you now? Are you guys all remembering?
Yeah, I'm remembering. Yeah,
All
you
right.
parent pages.
Awesome. Awesome. All right. So let's see here. We want to change the starting page, and I have to remember numbering and section options. Okay. So we're going to go to type numbering and section options. And so I'm clicking here we have automatic page numbering going. We're going to start page number at 1, but we're going to start page numbering at, we're going to say 3. So right now it's start page numbering at 3, page 3, because that's the page we want to start our number 1 at. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay. We're not doing sections or chapters or anything like that, but if we were doing a whole book, we could do that, a lot of things here in this kind of section area. So we're going to say okay. And now when I zoom in to what was page 3, oh, it's not doing it. It should start my page numbering at 1, and it's not. Okay, let's figure out why it's doing that.
So I had this issue last night as well. Um, I was able to fix it by changing everything to Roman numerals and then selecting the page I want to be number one and then changing that back to like numbers.
I think it's here. Hold on. Documents start page numbering at number 3. Let me say okay. Let me save it. Is it a saving issue?
I was able to do it by just creating a new section for the page one.
I'm on page 3, and you use the special
But I
character
thought that's what I just
and
did as I
label
made
it
a new
page
section.
4 instead of page 1.
Hold on a second. Joe, what were you saying? Because I
Oh,
thought,
I found a way to do it where I created 24 pages and then added the front cover and back cover as separate sections.
right. So when you're here in this section area, how did you add them in here in this menu here?
Yeah, but you need to tell it. I was telling it start with page numbering at 1, and
Got
that'll
it.
make that page number 1, I think. There you go.
There it
Hmm.
is. That's what I did wrong. I called it 3 instead of 1. All right. That is what it was. So yeah, when you're here under numbering and section guides, start page numbering, start section is checked, and we're selecting page 3, and then we say start the numbering at 1. I was confusing it and calling it the page it was on, but it is actually 1. So there you go. Start page numbering at 1. And then you can see it's actually done it. And you can see in our pages down here, it's showing that this was the page 3. It's now 1. 2, 3, 4. And so then we can add on now our pages because we actually want to have 24 pages and then a front cover and a back cover. So that'll bring us to page 26. And then again, we still have 26 and 25 as our back cover, back inside cover. And the B's are 1 and 4 are currently the front cover and the front inside. So that is it. Did everyone get that? Should I look at that one more time? Are we all getting that? Okay. So what we're doing is we're going under type. We're going into wait, what did I do? Layout. Sorry, layout, not type. Layout, numbering and special sections. We're saying start section. I'm selecting, I'm on cancel. I'm on the, I have to be on page 3. I have to have it selected. Page 3 selected. And go into layout, numbering section options, and then start section is checked, start page numbering at 1. And we're selecting we're in the selection of the page we want to work within. Okay. And say, okay, what I was doing incorrectly is I was putting the page number it was currently on, saying start at that page, but you don't do that. You say start 1 here, and then this is just by selecting it tells you where to start. So yeah, that is how we add our page numbers starting where we want them. So if we look up here again, we're using parent B that has no page numbering for the cover. And then the first page here is a inside front cover. We always start page numbering on the right-hand side. And that's how InDesign sets up. You'll always see it's a right-hand page. Number 1, odd numbers are always on the right, always. Even numbers are always on the left, always, okay? So we have our automatic page numbers in, so you can see here, there it is. Now, let's say I decide I want to change something. I can go up here to the parent page, and I can zoom in, and let's say, oh, I've decided I want my company name a different color than the page number. Easy peasy. I just can go here and I'm going to make it, I'll make it blue so you can really see it. I've made it blue. And then I just want to make sure that I copy that color. I'm going to actually make a little version of that color so I can copy it. Bring it over here. Paste. All right. And then I'm going to select my company name over here. Select the same color. And there it is. All right. So now when I go over on my color, on my book down here, I can see I've now changed the color. And that goes on every page. So it's really easy to make changes. Okay, so that is all the designs. And any questions? Are we all getting that? Check.
How many
Little thumbs
pages
up.
do you have?
You should now have 26 pages. So the pages
the
on the
last
inside of the
one.
book are 24, and then the cover and inside front cover and back cover and inside back cover is 4. Okay, you got that? And your your cover and your inside front cover are B's, and your inside back cover and back cover are B, parent B. Parent A begins with your page number 1, and then you go down to your page 24. Okay.
Perfect. Thank you.
All right, good. So we all have that automatic, and you notice, you have, let's say you've created your grids and you're like, oh, 4-column grid isn't working the way I would like it to. You can always go under layout, margins and columns, and change your grids. Let's say you want to add 6. oh, hold on a minute. Undo, cancel. First of all, you want to be up here on your parent pages. You want to select your parent pages so it changes, it makes the grids for everything. So I'm on the parent pages. I'm going to go to layout, margins and columns, and then change. And notice how it's changing on everything, except not the B because I'm not doing B. I'm just looking at A. So you can also this way have different grid patterns. If you have different areas that you want to have different grids, you can make different parents. And so, You know, you can have sections that have a 6-column grid. You can have sections that have a 4-column grid. It allows you flexibility that way when you work with parent pages. Okay. All right, I'm going to pause here.